Well, hello my friends, this is Gladys from Gladys Garden in Heart of a Gypsy. Thanks for stopping by on my channel. I have a project that I'd like to share with you, and this is my DT or designing team entry for Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Debbie Ann is the owner, and these are digital downloads, wonderful papers. This one by far, this line, which is the Queen Bee, Vintage Queen Bee, it's by far my favorite. I mean, I really like them all, but I'm very partial to this paper. And as you'll remember, I had created my vintage photo box out of that, and I'll bring it over. Give me a second. And you'll see this video already. Well, it's the same paper, believe it or not. It is absolutely the same paper, but it just depends how you embellish it or what colors you want to bring out, because the variety within this paper, it is so large. She's got, I believe, like 7 big pages on it, and because it is so high density, you are able to, you know, trim them if you want to and enlarge them somewhere else. So the benefits, or not the benefits, but the possibilities with this paper, it's really practically endless, I would say. So same paper, it's right here, okay? On this one, I just highlighted a lot of the greens and the yellows. And on this one, well, you'll see some green too inside, but I wanted to keep the book theme on the outside. And I call this, I'll put this back on so you can see how I close it. I have to find something that I like. This is cute, but I need to find something that is a little bit more functional for the closure of this book. This is just elastic. Okay, so this is my Posh organizer. I know that Kathy Orta made a tutorial and made a Posh book a few years ago, and I bought her tutorial, and I did not use it for this. The only thing I used in here from that tutorial was the little calendars that come with it, and that's pretty much the only thing. But it's a lovely tutorial. I just never got around it to make it, but I always wanted to make my own, obviously, organizer, a Posh organizer, and so that's what I named it here. And I used one of Tim Holtz's nameplates, and I put Posh, which stands for Prepare, Organize, Simplify, Handbook. Or as Kathy put it, she wanted to put Harmony there too. So either one, whatever will work for you. So this is what this is. And I'll tell you what it measures. I know it's 8 by 5.5, okay? So it's not that little of an organizer. It's actually quite big. And yes, I made it this size because I do have a large handbag. So other people may just hold it like this, but I can put this very easily into my purse. And even though it's not that small, but I always carry a big purse. So once you remove your little elastic band, and all it is elastic here, and then I tied some seam binding in there, and then I put a couple of beads within that seam binding, nothing to it. Tim Holtz nameplate, and then I put the word there, and then I put glossy accents on top of it, so it's kind of hard. And then I put this right here for the closure. Basically what I'm trying to find is something that I can hook onto that, and I'll come up with something, but for right now, this is good. I believe... No, I don't know whose are these little name plates right here that you just kind of put underneath there, because they have a little hole, like a little eye, and I just put it there. And this one says Imagine, okay? Let me see if I can get some of those out so I can show it to you. I can't remember. I threw the packaging. See, they all come like this, and I threw the packaging, so I know who's. I think it's. Could either be Maya Road, or it could be We Are Making Memories. But you know, I don't want to really offend anyone, but I can't remember. Okay, so going back to my Posh organizer, I use one of the pages that looks like the book cover. So I used it for the front, and then also for the back, same thing. So this is how it opens. You would open it this way. And then this is just a matte page right here, and this flips open, and right here we have and I'll pull all these tags out so you can see how big of a tags it holds, because they are full page pockets. So pocket here, here, and here, and they're full pockets, okay? So they go all the way to the bottom. Right here, I have a triangle or just pocket, but what I did with this, I folded the page over instead of just cutting a single page, because being an organizer, a Posh organizer slash journal, whatever you want to put in there, it's going to be used quite a bit. So therefore, I want to make sure that it takes the beating. So I doubled the page, and then I did something that I don't usually do with most of my products. On the inside, I don't really, especially when they're books or journals or things of that nature, I do not use my matte medium or any medium to protect the pages, because that's on the inside, so they don't get a lot of beating. You just put the pictures there. This book is going to be used. So I was careful enough that every time I would lay down one of my matte papers on it, I did some, you know, like Mod Posh, or I used the Claudine Helmet, let's see, the matte medium on them. So I just wanted to make sure they have an extra life expand. In here, you can put, let me move this out of here. I was just playing with this. So I do have a all year calendar. It's a quick reference calendar right here, and it just goes in there. Just so you know, you really can't write a lot of things on it, but it's a reference, okay? So it kind of sits there, and it's not going to go anywhere. Then some tags in there, and then obviously now with my newest favorite tool. I mean, this is my envelope punch board by We Are Memory Keepers. Let's see, yeah, makers. I'm so sorry, I can't even read that. I love this tool. Okay, so I have envelopes like, look, they're right here by this, hanging by this wall. I have them everywhere because I just want to create one of each side, and I just want to see them all, and they are fabulous. This is a fabulous tool. Okay, I just bought it, and let me tell you, it's wonderful. I love it. I love the size. I think I was watching one of the videos before on you know, somebody was doing like their opinion on this board, and obviously everybody loves it. And one person said, well, I just wish it was a little bit bigger. That's true, you know, it could be, but then, you know, and it takes away from the portability of it. This way it just carries so easily. I mean, I could put this in my purse if I needed to, but since I travel many places to teach, or you know, away from town, so the least I can carry, or the least bigger tools that I can carry would be best. So this is an amazing tool, let me tell you. Just, I love it. So just absolutely just love it. There's no other way to put it. So thank you so much for making this tool. Really, really appreciate it. And definitely going to be incorporating it into a lot of my projects. So I made those little envelopes and just put it there. But this little ribbon here that is kind of hooked to the back of this mat has a double purpose. See, most of your notepads have a harder section in the back, like a piece of chipboard. So I am using that to put that behind it, and voila. So let me just move this envelope there. So I can either put it there, or I can put it on this side, which has, you know, and I'll get to this page in a little bit. So that's where you can do this right here. It depends on the size of you know, notepad that you have. So it goes there. This one is just another page with also a triangular or diagonal pocket. And if we keep going this way, then we have our calendar. I have a 3-month calendar. So it's my current month is in the middle, the one that just passed be on top, and the next one coming up, it would be on the bottom. Okay, so this is the way I have them already, and they're removable, just like Kathy, you know, taught us in that tutorial. I love that. But these are the ones, she has them just 1, 2 in here because her book is a little smaller there. But this is what I wanted here, and I think just works. A month is over, all I have to do is just change them, and that's it. The next page has elastic over it, So this is what I did. Like if it gets too filled over here, I can put my pad or any other papers in there. And I also had this little piece of acetate, and I just put it on top of the paper because it's white and I want anything to get to it. You don't have to. I did that because it was there, not because there's a reason to it. Next page coming up, it just has two bigger envelopes, and these are 4.5 by 3.25 envelopes, okay? And I will be putting my coupons and receipts in here, especially in my local craft store. Every time you spend, I don't know if it's 200 or 300, you get a coupon for 40% on one item. So I save them and I have them now, so I need to, put them in here for future references. Or if I'm out shopping for any of my, favorite craft, this is a place to put it, and that way I know where my receipts went. The final page right here has a huge pull-out mat, and I thought, I can just do some pictures, some favorite pictures, or I can put paper clips on it and just put pretty much anything I want in here, and more fits into it. I just put one here, big pocket right here. So now what I'm going to do is extend it so you guys can appreciate this nice accordion. There it is. See how big it is? So let me see. And this camera is all the way zoomed out, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 pages, as you can tell. So see how big it is? And but it didn't. The way it folds, it doesn't hardly take any space whatsoever. And it feels really durable because of that matte medium. And I went kind of I was very, very generous when I was putting my matte medium, because again, this is a book that will be taking a beating, going in and out of your car, in and out of your purse, anywhere that you may go shopping. So I want to make sure that it was a book that it was sturdy enough. Again, I will have all the links for this paper down below for Ephemera's Vintage Garden, but please stop by her. She's got an Etsy store and with all her papers. This particular is called Vintage Queen Bee, and it's a journaling kit. So it's a beautiful, beautiful papers, as you could tell in here, and versatile, as you could tell with my past project for it. So stop by, check them out, download them, and start using them. This is a great way of utilizing it. I will be having a tutorial after a class. I have a class coming up on this particular Posh mini book organizer in my local craft store. So once we pass with that, we'll have a tutorial for that, and then you'll be able to get that tutorial at my Etsy for this particular book. So I hope you have enjoyed this, my Posh Organizer little book, and thanks for stopping by. Have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.